expected to be on that flight. As I don't think normally you're going to send a charter plane to pick up assistant coaches' wives. I don't mean any disrespect. That's just not a very common practice. So, but the Garrison and Smith's wives came to Baton Rouge on Monday to tour, very similar to what Layla Kiffin did a few weeks back, to see the city, the schools, the neighborhoods, all that sort of stuff. I don't know how that went, how their visit went. I don't know what's going to come of this. But the longer this goes, I think the more likely it is to assume that Smith and Garrison is staying in Oxford on Pete Golding's staff. As I understand, there's family considerations there. I don't need to go too deeply into that, but that would complicate things for Frank Wilson, because Smith would be the running backs coach, and you couldn't move Frank, let's say, to receivers coach, because George McDonald, the receivers coach from Ole Miss, has already joined the staff here. So you don't really have a spot on the field for Frank, and as I'm told, Frank is not going to accept an analyst or off-field role. He must be coaching on the field. So I can certainly understand that. That's how it plays out. So wait to see who his position coach is going to be, because Kyle Williams is coming back, as we just explained. And so he wants to know, is Frank going to be on staff? Who's going to be his position coach? Who wants to get to know this staff? So he'll take December to do that. He'll take another visit to LSU in January, and then ultimately sign his financial aid agreement. And remember, there's no letters of intent anymore. He would sign his aid agreement and just enroll in school for the spring semester in January, either at LSU or presumably at Texas, where he took an official visit a couple of weeks ago. But New Orleans, I mean, Frank Wilson has a blanket over New Orleans. And as long as Frank's on staff, any kid they want on ahead in the car.
Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Looking downfield on first down. And he's all bottled up.
Let's go. Let's fucking go, man. Come on. Come on, baby.
No, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty. couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give from the gun. And into the end zone. And he runs it in for a score.
Let's go, Cashman.
Touchdown,
So you want to be a Tiger, huh? So you want to be a Tiger, Sergio?
Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
Tulane to LSU. Sergio Cashman back with his original recruiter, Todd Allred. First touch, first
They get
touchdown.
set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want.
First signing day as the LSU head coach, while still continues to figure out what's going to happen on the staff. Do me a favor, please subscribe to your favorite podcast.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Trying play action. And he's got him. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Going right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come. With the dub, hey, survive and advance. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another.
Breaks into the open. They stop him just a week or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He now has 53 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
Well, in a short yardage situation, they pull off an explosive play. And how about the blocking up front? Everybody getting a big-time push.
Yeah, and those third and shorts, defense plays aggressive, loads the box. One guy misses, and it ends up being a big gain. Nice play by this offense.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting pool and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also had a lot of talent. That's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left.
And you want a touchdown, and you want and right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice... kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Together.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Biggest rock star in college head coaching lives.
They try to pop a run on the draw.
We've been through as a family the last 3 years. We've not been able to get through without.
Now facing a third and long.
I can't wait for the entire Spark Nation to get to know you.
From the gun,
I
wants
think
to
I'm
pass.
friends with you like we had.
Over the middle, it's Harris. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down.
My two boys every.
Hey. Wants to go up top on first down.
What's up, folks? Tommy. Ready.
They're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. I think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Back to pass. Quickly complete. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll knock him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense makes it play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sacrifice. Defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon.
Remember that time, right there, there will be a moment when you sit back to the right, the specific thing that makes you think.
He'll feel the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll put a stop. Return at about the 37-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've already put up a couple of scores, and now they have it again up 10-3.
What do you think about me, guys?
There he goes.
Pinball! Pinball!
Just in the field.
And tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Make it big.
Depend on what Mendoza does. Yeah, I think Mendoza beats Ohio State. That's what is going to happen.
But think about this, though. Then it lives the same. So, like, either way, they just need to look at stats.
Hey. If Diego Pavia is not on Vanderbilt, is Vanderbilt even comfortable?
Let's see what this offense has
No,
dialed up
told
this
him,
time.
I'm just saying. I said if Diego Pavia is not on Vanderbilt.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, I don't hire
Can really attack on this second and short.
Honestly, I took my first head coaching job. I lost some friends.
They'll try to run.
A little while, they were like, I thought we were buddies, and we are because we were right kick.
It'll be third and short from their own 33.
Well, I don't hire my friends.
Quick release on the RPO.
First head coaching job, I lost some friends. They were a little while, they were like, I thought we were buddies, and we are because we were right kick.
With a new set of downs.
Are you guys on PS5 or PS4?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I know, but like,
how about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got a 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
I just started using it today, and holy fuck, brother.
Give to the running back.
I cannot believe I was.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
That's how. Yeah, it is insane. Michael Smart says okay.
What are we doing, boys? Damn it.
Now they're starting to feel it. They got a first down at the 44.
Damn it.
The Hoosiers are on the move. They'll run it from the gun.
Come on, Hartson.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Might as well stick with it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Now well within striking distance is that 3rd down play. Gets them a first at the 29. They'll give it to the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there. Running to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. It's Sims. Snowed under by the defense.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football.
Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Not The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Bringing it back. He's now up to 75 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They go to the draw. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Moffitt. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. Running to Green. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Gets the first himself. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike. The Tigers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Rides the back on the option to give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
But when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And the quarterback, home of 2 men. Except the 12.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half. This was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting us out.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Moffitt. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. 1st and 10 coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost a throw on first down. That's caught. It's Moffitt. At the 35, he's open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And he's knocked down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to... And he will take it in. Touchdown, LSU! Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 40. After 45 on his way.
Oh my goodness, he's lost.
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys, I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Fighting off the defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now they'll run the draw. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field.
Inbound.
Downfield. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bayou. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Gives it on the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on the counter. No, that's a foul on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Wide open spaces. He's at the
Inbound.
Tigers. And they add 6 more. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays out.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense changing the play. They've been running it, but now the pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Malcolm. They got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load. He has delivered for his offense all game long.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down after he picked up a 2 to the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They built a cushion. They built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. You were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
LSU quick to the line. Trying to punch it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in it. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
If I just rock and stuff later. I get that. It's when you
It's in David Busey's that Sierra Collins in California
Taking on last year's national champions, the LSU
Gators.
Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Utes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a quick return on that one before he's brought down. The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Sims. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got the first down and more. There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Sergio Tashman. Ain't no rebuild, this a reload, motherfucker.
In this game, you know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And Picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there. There's just something about getting away from your own goalpost. 1st and 10 now from the 20. The give to the back. For the tackle.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on net. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll take a deep shot here. Puts it out on the left. Just like that.
That's right, Dad.
Huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10-yard marker at the 8. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to get away. Touchdown, Tiger. The Tigers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You're going to stop the run game. You better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200.
Picked off! What a play to set him up! He managed to few.
Please visit us at Live.
Give to the back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll work the chains. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. They get to him as he throws. Got it in the middle of 6. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Takes a hit as he fires. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the 1st down and more. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Right back to the well. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally do him on that run. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, LSU!
Any coach, it's not just
Let's go, D. Come on.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Hit a and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Muffin. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38 to lead first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the option. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou. Gives it on the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to power their way ahead. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Creates a little room. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did it.
Turning it on! Shoved out of bounds after a big game. Now working at the +42. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. It's a draw. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The run from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. The quick out. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown!
Not only will it remove
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Gets it past the mark. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks from the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading around all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical.
When it counts, nominate your game day stand-up. ESPN's account is 21st. We'll choose 5 male players for female finalists, and none of such things to relax. Each winner gets $250.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fakes the grab on the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there up to the 35. So on for the top field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Lost a throw on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Buys a little extra time. Running into the open space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down and getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Muffin. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, LSU! Ball that baby in and strolled into the end zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's what
breaks into the open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Muffin. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. And he's not going to be able to convert. Not.
That's very important.
The give to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Off play action. Under fire. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The give as they work on that clock. There he goes! And he was running with authority, especially with that stiff arm for a solid gain on the play. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's third and goal. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they...
They are going to let Charlie Weiss go coach the playoff. It feels a little...
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmys and the Joes. This is...
Guys find a happy medium. And I think that's where I kind of go back in this whole thing of like, hey, was there a different way to kind of handle this even a month ago? Might have this been the solution, but listen, none of it's going to be easy, right? Like I don't know how many people get divorced and say, man, that was awesome. Like, man, everybody ended up being great. There's going to be some casualties on it, and I think as an LSU fan, you don't give a flying you-know-what because you got your guy, and now the expectations are you've got arguably the most creative offensive line in all of college football, paired with hopefully one of the best defensive coordinators in Blake Baker, and sky's the limit, and now go out there and make college football playoffs, get back to Atlanta, and win some damn natties.
PB, take Lane Kiffin out of it. Amazing, there was no turnover a year ago in the SEC among head coaches. Almost half the league turned over this year. So, who was the best hire?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that Lane is up here to develop the ball, so I think everybody's going to look at that.
Take Lane out. Yeah, take Lane out.
The fact of and listen, I can't stand the winning the press conference. I hate the whole winning the press conference thing is like a BS.
We've never not done that. Right.
Yeah, well, we've had a couple. Remember Adam Gase with the Jets when he looked like he was just like high off helium and like he was all got on fungi. That was but I mean, I love the idea of Alex Nolan over at all. In fact, I should say I don't love it because I'm an LSU fan. But that high-powered offense, they've got some playmakers, depending on what they do on defense. And I know they had to pivot early. So that's why the dominance of this was so crazy. So I think Golan's at Auburn's very interesting, and I'm curious about Summerall. I mean, the more and more I talk to Doring, I know the Florida fan base was just in absolute, just shambles when Lane decided he was going to come down to Division 5. And the more people that talk about it are like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a group of 5 coach, but this is a completely different demeanor and Summerall than you had with Billy Napier. I mean, with Billy, and I love Billy, but Billy, you couldn't tell if he won the lottery or his dog died. You know, like, and that was the problem with the Florida Gators. When things weren't going well, he was almost too even keeled. And I think Summerall, as you saw it with Tulane, he's a fiery guy, so I'm curious how that looks.
Go the other way. Who bombed their hire?
I mean, I think just people don't understand Ryan Silverfield at beating Memphis or Memphis beating Arkansas, and then you decide, all right, this is the guy, and they might have had to pivot because Golich was probably in the bag, and that's why all of this was the musical chairs, and all of a sudden, boom, when Lane decided, the music stopped. Everybody had to find somebody within 12 hours, and Sexton, I'm sure, created that market, and I think that's probably the biggest one. But it's still not as big a disaster as what's happening at Penn State right now. Penn State was one of those looked at jobs. It's in the Big Ten. It's got pedigree. It's got facilities. It's got money. And now they just whipped on coach. And now where the hell do they go? Yeah. Which is it
was the first one open. It's amazing the first job open is still open right now. Peter Burns, SEC Network, at Peter Burns, ESPN. Talking about Blue Delta teams. Last thing, so you got to go. What do you make what Ole Miss did promoting Pete Golding?
I think they had to make a move quickly, and it's a matter of, hey, who can you put in that position that's not going to, fly the coop and go different directions? And I think, listen, if you would have asked this question, on the boat with Lane Kiffin a couple of months ago, he probably would have said, yeah, man, I would love to take a different job. And I want Pete, who's my boy, to have an opportunity to be a head coach. And so it probably worked out well for Pete. How it works well, I'm curious to see the College Football Playoff Committee. And my biggest question, I know you haven't had Lane on, but can you please ask him about Juice Kiffin? Because I'm so kidding. Does Juice live with Pete Golding? Did he ever live with Lane Kiffin? Was this kind of just a marketing deal?
Are people suggesting that that's not really his dog?
Oh, buddy. I'm not sure it was.
Okay.
Are you not familiar with it? Maybe I'm way too plugged in on some of the different things, but you can't mess with dog emotions.
I've loosely heard in the last day that there are people alleging that Juice is not actually linked. So are we saying that Juice doesn't exist, or it's just not?
Oh no, I don't think this is like an AI version of a dog. I think there's clearly definitely a dog.
Yeah.
I just don't necessarily. I think we were led to believe that it might have been him, and I'm not sure if that's the case. I want to follow up on that.
All right, I'll put on my Sherlock Holmes hat. Why not? I actually was tweeting about a plane picking up a dog from the airport last week. So what the hell? I guess why not? We're doing flight trackers picking up hunting dogs. I guess why not about Juice Kiffin? Got a good Twitter following on. All right, Peter Burns, SEC Network. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Later, dude. It's interesting that he said Golich he thought was the best hire. And listen, I cannot sit here and tell you that I know a ton about Alex Golich. Now, I know Golich was the OC at Tennessee under Heupel. That's Heupel's offense, right? We all assume that. He went to South Florida and had a lot of offensive success there. Team success in a short window of a couple of years. But throughout all of this process, I do know that when over the weekend, Saturday, when Lane Kiffin in that 4-hour meeting, at that point made it clear like he's leaving and that was it. Ole Miss at that point was like, all right, well, what do we do now?
This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and LSU's Death Valley, home of the Bayou Bengals. We'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on last season's national champions, the LSU Tigers. EA Sports College Football Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? Puts out the first, looking for more. And here he goes.
Sergio! 98 yards! Sergio!
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last possession, a perfectly blocked running play. They scored in one play. Can they keep it going? Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Really solid first down game. Was just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He brings it down, but he makes the 3-yard line. It's a solid game.
Chris, I know we think about LSU. We go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here. Move the sticks.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They drag him down after a big block. Moved all the way to the 38.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offensive unit. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, keep hammering away with that run game.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Here's the 2nd down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Sims. He's tackled quickly. Yardage is good enough for the 1st down. LSU is now operating in the red zone. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Moves out of the pocket.
Switch to that. Let's rest.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kurt, and set the tone for the rest of this week.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial for kickstarting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can carry with them on a week-to-week basis.
They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down.
Looking to make a big play downfield. It is hauled in way downfield. They get him down, but that was the kind of explosive chunk play this offense has been looking for. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. They bring him down at the 5,
Solid game, though, in the completion. First and goal for the offense. The player is down injured after that last play. They take a timeout when they check him out. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down, we're going to throw it. The pass is incomplete and just across the goal line. So nothing in the previous play sets up a third and goal from the 1.
Risky throw here on second.
And he fights in for the score. Touchdown.
Looking for cleaner energy?
Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. Second and 1.
For this back, he's having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. LSU getting set with a first and 10 now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking deep to the right side. Touchdown, LSU. And 6 more points to the total.
There were going to be a lot more points
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football for that time. Finally, the defense comes up with an answer for him.
Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was.
We do have a recruiting tracker. It's live.
Wideout's now clustered. Now the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. He's in the clear. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And we'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
LSU has moved into the red zone. Catch made, looking for the goal line. Tackle down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. Great start for this offense. 3 plays and suddenly it's a first and goal. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Now they come up second and goal from the 3. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he muscles into the end zone.
Staff came in and they were discussing the other making decisions up to this class where they do not.
On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. He finds some space. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Alright, mate.
Pulls it in. It's Sims.
Playing college football.
Big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays.
No, I'm just playing something out.
Using his legs here. Inside the 30. He'll head out of bounds after a solid game. Getting set. Here's second down.
You bust fast today? No, I'm still for stage 3, I think. 2 or 3. You bust fast?
So the offense with a 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Shotgun, it's a handoff. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches a 38. First down from there. 1st and 10 play coming up.
Yeah.
Switch it up, looking to throw. He fires downfield. He's got a receiver wide open here. Touchdown, Tigers.
Like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going. See you later. See you later. See you later.
1st and 10, back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? Finding space at the 20. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room. First set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. He escapes the pocket. Escapes the pocket. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered. But I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that.
Well, once I get done with this game, I'm going to go eat. I'll be back.
It's a first down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. The pocket breaking down. Goes to his right side there for the
Grandmama's cooking roast. But I'm at my mom's, so it's going to take me a few minutes. It's going to be quick to do it.
Here comes the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Christian, the spread error over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw already.
He made the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10.
Kevin's son and Knox Kiffin, teammates at Oxford High, where Knox's quarterback, Kevin Smith's son, was a receiver, as I understand. So their families are very close. And Kevin Smith did not
Keeping it on the ground here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Catch made by the tight end. Tackle at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. It's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. Makes a quick catch. Touchdown.
did make the trip to bat.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21. So one enormous play, and this offense is threatening almost into the red zone. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. LSU now operating in the red zone. They'll have to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the move. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback pulls the ball as a keeper. Touchdown, LSU. And looking to throw now on 1st down. The short completion to the tight end. What a catch among by the sophomore there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get into the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And that run, good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening now. 1st and goal. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown.
You like? What, Peggerhead?
On the run game here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to
I
contain.
don't know if I want to watch the NBA.
Chris, to me, this changes the playbook.
Got some college hoops on.
The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air.
I think there's some good games in college. I could be wrong. I'll have to double check.
Chris, this defense is doing everything to slow him down, and nothing has worked.
Alright, bet. I'm about to go eat at like 5. And I'll just come over after. Bet. Bet. Yep. I was talking to Jake. No, he called me. He just want me to come over. I told him I would after I eat dinner. I'll be back on later, Matt.